Throughout history, great civilizations have risen and fallen. Some did so due to wars, natural disasters, or economic collapse, but others simply vanished, leaving behind monuments, ruins, and an eerie silence. In this video, we'll explore 5 ancient civilizations that vanished without a definitive explanation, challenging archaeologists and baffling historians. Issue 5. The Indus Valley Civilization. In what is now Pakistan and northwestern India, one of the most advanced cultures of antiquity flourished. The Indus Valley Civilization, between 3300 and 1300 BC. Cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro boasted a surprising level of urban organization, straight streets, underground drains, houses with private bathrooms, and even silos for storing grain. But the most mysterious aspect is their writing system, still undeciphered. How could such an advanced civilization simply vanish? Some theories speak of changes in the course of the Indus River or the collapse of trade with Mesopotamia. Others point to internal conflicts or even disease. But the truth is that, around 1900 BC, they began to abandon their cities. There is no clear evidence of war or invasion, and the decline was as gradual as it was inexplicable. Number 4. The Olmecs, the mother culture of Mesoamerica. Before the Mayans and the Aztecs, there were the Olmecs, known for their enigmatic colossal heads carved in stone. They lived between 1200 and 400 BC in what is now southern Mexico, and were the first to establish a model of Mesoamerican civilization: ceremonial centers, long-distance trade, and complex religious symbolism. Their cities, such as San Lorenzo and La Venta, display sophisticated planning and high-quality sculptures. But the puzzling thing is that around 400 BC, the Olmecs stopped building, their ceremonial centers were abandoned, and the archaeological record became scarce. Was it climate change? Internal rebellions? The depletion of their natural resources? Despite their cultural legacy, their disappearance remains a mystery that intrigues experts to this day. Number 3. The Nabateans and the lost city of Petra. Petra, the stone city carved into the mountains of Jordan, is one of the most impressive archaeological destinations in the world. It was the capital of the Nabateans, a trading people who prospered between the 4th BC and 1st centuries AD. They controlled caravan routes transporting incense, myrrh, spices, and other valuable goods between Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean. Their knowledge of hydraulic engineering allowed Petra to flourish in the middle of the desert. They built cisterns, canals, and dams to store water for months. But by the 2nd century AD, the Nabatean civilization had vanished. Although Rome annexed its territory, the decline was deeper than simple cultural absorption. Petra was gradually abandoned, buried by sand, and forgotten for centuries. Was it a shift in trade routes? An economic crisis? No one knows for sure. Number 2. The Minoans, the cradle of European civilization. On the island of Crete, the Minoan civilization flourished between 2600 and 1100 BC. They were one of the first advanced cultures in Europe, with palaces like Knossos, decorated with colorful frescoes and complex storage systems. The Minoans practiced a religion centered on the female figure as the mother goddess, and celebrated rituals involving bulls, which may have inspired the myth of the Minotaur. However, by 1450 BC, much of their settlement was destroyed. One theory points to the eruption of the Thera volcano, Santorini, which may have caused a devastating tsunami. Another speaks of Mycenaean invasions from mainland Greece. Most likely, it was a combination of factors, but the fall of such an advanced civilization, with no clear written records chronicling its fate, has left a void in European history. Issue 1. The classic Maya and the collapse of their splendor. Few civilizations have reached the level of sophistication of the Maya during their classic period, between the 3rd and 9th centuries. In what is now Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and Honduras, they built majestic cities, imposing pyramids, and impressive astronomical systems. They developed complex writing, a precise calendar, and advanced mathematical knowledge, including the concept of zero. However, beginning in the 9th century, many of their great cities were abandoned in a process that lasted only about 100 years. The causes are multiple: agricultural overexploitation, wars between city-states, prolonged droughts, and loss of trust in religious leaders. However, there is still no definitive consensus. Although the Maya did not disappear as a people, in fact, millions of their descendants live today. Their classic civilization collapsed rapidly and without a single explanation. These civilizations left behind ruins, legends, and unanswered questions. They're reminders that no culture, no matter how advanced, is immune to time and its mysteries. Which of these stories impacted you the most? Do you think we could experience a similar collapse in our modern era? Let me know in the comments, and if you like historical mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. See you on the next trip back in time.